Hey guys, it's Kendrick and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about growing your Depop shop fast. Just a disclaimer, I am not a top seller on Depop, I'm not verified, but I do have a lot of experience selling and I've been selling for almost a year now and I want to share these tips with you guys. I hope you guys are all safe and healthy and I'm sending you guys my love. I also have a couple other videos on my channel about Depop. I have a couple of packaging videos and I have a video on how to start a Depop shop. They will all be linked down below. Make sure you check them out, and without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is inventory. So inventory is the things that you are selling, and there are three main ways that I like to get inventory. First way is in my closet. If I'm not wearing clothes anymore, I like to sell them because, you know, if you're not wearing them anymore, you might as well just make some money off of it. The second way is thrifting. This is probably the most common one that a lot of people do. Thrift stores haven't been open recently, so I haven't been able to do a lot of thrifting. I absolutely love thrifting, so when the thrift stores open, I will be doing lots of videos on thrifting and how to find good thrift stuff and everything about thrifting. The third thing is hand-me-downs. So hand-me-downs are great because most of the time you can get them for free if your family is nice. And so like my cousins will give me like bags of clothes that they're not wearing anymore and I will take those things and I will sell them on my shop. So like definitely talk to your family members and ask them if they have any clothes they want to sell, because chances are they have some clothes that they're not wearing anymore and chances are they can be trendy and popular. So yeah. So the next thing about sourcing inventory is you want to make sure that your items are trendy. So trendy means different things to so many different people, but what I think is really trendy on Depop is definitely Y2K clothes, vintage, name brand stuff, and Brandy Melville. Brandy Melville is kind of an iffy one because it's like kind of overly popular. Like everyone wants Brandy Melville, so if you have Brandy Melville, I say go ahead and sell it, but make sure you're doing research before you post the listing, because Brandy Melville sellers and like those people who want to buy it can be like crazy sometimes. The next thing are pictures. So pictures are really important because this is going to be what people see of the clothing and this is what's going to make them want to buy the clothes or not. So I did explain a lot about this in my other Depop video about how to start a Depop shop, so I'm just going to go over it really quickly because I'm basically saying the same things, but you just want to have good lighting, you want to have lots of different angles of the clothes so that you can have a lot of dimension, and then you want to have a consistent background. Background is also really important for pictures. I have white walls, so I will just use my walls, but if you don't have white walls, you can use a white sheet, white poster board, but I think that any solid background is fine. So if you have a pink background, I think that's really cool too. And I think any solid color background. Also, I think it's really cool when people use grass as a background, like they'll go into their backyard and like take pictures of the item on the grass. I think that's really cool and unique, and if you want to do that, you can do that too. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is your bio. So your bio is also really important because this is what people see when they first like come up to your shop, and I don't know, it's just, I think that you can do your bio however you want, but you want to make sure that you have a few key things in it so that people will see and know what they can do and know what to do when they get to your shop. So the first thing, I think it's really important to describe your shop. Like if you're selling Y2K clothes, you can say selling lots of Y2K and vintage pieces, or if you're selling a lot of Brandy Melville, you can say selling a lot of Brandy Melville, or if you're selling like high-end brands or like shoes or like anything like that, just like be specific on what you're selling so that people can see if that's what they're interested in. Also, shop policies. If you have any specific shop policies, I think you should really put that in your bio. People don't always read captions before they purchase, so just make sure that your bio says any shop policies, like if you want them to message you before buying, or if you don't do returns, or if you only do national shipping and stuff like that. I also think it's cute to add like some emojis or symbols in your bio, so you can do whatever you want to personalize it. I think that that's really cute. Next thing is captions. So captions are also super important for your listings because the way you describe an item is gonna make someone want to buy it or not buy it. So make sure you're descriptive when you're describing the item, if there's a fun pattern, if the texture is really fun, if it's really soft, if it's really fluffy, stuff like that. Also making sure to note any flaws. This is super important because if your item has flaws and you don't mention that, then you will not be getting good reviews. So you want to make sure that you mention if there's a stain, if there's discoloration, if there's a hole, anything that is a flaw, you always want to mention that, and also take a picture of it so that people can see and then they know what they're purchasing. And also there's a function on Depop where you can change your store policies so that people can immediately see them, so just do that. The next thing is prices. So a lot of people will say like, oh, I have such great stuff on my shop, why aren't people buying it? But maybe your prices aren't good, so that's why they're not buying it. People want to go on Depop so that they can find stuff for cheap. So if your prices are too expensive, then people aren't going to want to buy it, because if they're more than retail price, they might as well just go to the store and buy it at a regular store where you would purchase that item. So you want to make sure that you're doing research before you post the item about what the retail price is, what other people are selling it for, and how much profit you want to make based on what you buy. Just make sure that your prices are good and they're not too expensive. Also, I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon on my Depop, so make sure you're following it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So that is pretty much it for this video. I guess those are all my tips for growing your Depop. Again, check out my other videos about Depop. They will be linked down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!